Good evening and welcome to GUTV. My name is Haley Nader and I am the executive producer for this semester's preview show. I am so excited for the show because not only will you get an inside scoop on the different shows we have for you this semester, but also get to know a little bit more about us and the different jobs that we have. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the preview show. I'm Emily Young.
And I'm Brianna Vasquez. Tonight is our first show of the season, so we're going to tell you all about our unique team and the shows we'll have for you in this upcoming semester. GUTV is put on by our advanced broadcasting class, and we've been working hard on the 6 shows we're going to be doing this semester. It takes many jobs and hours of work to put on shows like this, and we want to help you better understand what goes into the making of GUTV.
For example, Bree and I are your hosts, or talent, today. Talent are the people you see on camera, and although we're the only ones you typically see, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes.
For example, talent is responsible for being the face of GUTV, helping to write scripts, and being storytellers for the show. Talent is an important job, but perhaps the most important job is the executive producer, or EP as we like to call it. Everything in BRCO or broadcasting is abbreviated because we kind of think we're cool. The EP is the one who calls the shots for each show and makes all the decisions. The EP for this show is the one and only Haley Nader.
Haley is the one that welcomed you to the show a few minutes ago. Haley is a senior from Woodville, Washington, and is studying broadcasting with a PR minor. A fun fact about her is that she's moved 24 times, which is crazy.
And the job of the executive producer is to plan out the entire show, create and build our show's rundown, and make all final show decisions. So everyone goes to Haley when they have a question about anything having to do with the show. This year, we are honored with the opportunity to present a unique show called Common Ground. Later in this semester, it's when it's taking place. Our EP for that show is the one and only, this one right next to me, Emily Young. So Emily, tell me all about Common Ground.
Well, a few months ago, our crazy Professor Dan told me about a new, really different show we were going to be doing. GUTV was accepted to be part of the Gonzaga University International Conference for Hate Studies. We will present Common Ground at this conference. Common Ground is a game show that focuses on bringing people of opposing sides together so they can willingly, peacefully, and joyfully find common ground. To do this, we'll have Democrats and Republicans from Gonzaga as our contestants. We think that this will be a fun and peaceful way to bring people together, like having to deal with the division that our country faces today. Unlike many things you usually see in the media, Common Ground won't be a series of debates and fistfights. This show is different from other GUTV shows because instead of being filmed live in our studio like this show today, it will be pre-produced, meaning that we'll record the entire show ahead of time. If you want to see the show but you can't come to the conference, don't worry. We'll share it on social media and YouTube so that you can watch it at home on October 23rd. Speaking of social media, Bree here is doing the social for Common Ground.
Yes, I am. And so I'm looking forward to promoting our show, Common Ground. Emily's the mastermind behind it, and giving you all an inside look at this special opportunity. A crucial part of promoting a show is having a good logo. The person we have making the logo for today is our graphic designer. They make the logos for every show. And as a graphics designer, their job is to create the logo, lower thirds, and full pages, along with design the graphics and determine what clips we played on TV, especially those that you get to see during our breaks. Our graphics designer for this show is Karen Suzuki. Today, her role is being in charge of graphics, but upcoming in this month, she's going to be the EP for our ZAG Family Weekend show. Karen, tell us a little bit about your show.
As you can see, Haley's taking over for me as graphics because that's what we do here at GUTV. We take care of each other and we treat each other like family. And talking about family, next Saturday, October 7th at 1:30 p.m., we're having our ZAG Fam Show weekend. This show's a little different from my other ones because not only are we going to work the show, but our friends and family are going to come help us out. This show is very exciting because we get to finally show our parents and friends what we actually do as broadcasting majors, and I'm so excited for all our loved ones to come. And now back to the desk.
Thanks, Karen. That's going to be a really fun show. My mom is really excited too. She's going to do the weather for it, so she's kind of nervous actually. And thanks. Karen's done a really great job with graphics today. Sitting next to her is our producer, Sarah Kelly. A producer is the right hand to the executive producer, Haley in this case. They inform the talent of any changes during the show through an IFB in our ears, and lets us anchors know if we're under or over time. So basically they just kind of yell at us if we need to talk slower or faster, like she has been doing this whole time.
They help us out a lot.
Sarah just transferred to GU this semester, and she's a junior from West Virginia. Do you even know where West Virginia is?
I think so. Do you?
I don't know. It's like all the way on the other side of the country. But she's studying broadcasting, and one fun fact about her is that she's obsessed with her dog Remy, who is the cutest dog. She actually brought him here, and he was like on top of all the tables, and he should have been the anchor tonight, I think.
Remy is the cutest and a good cuddler. And another job we have here at GUTV is social media. As social media correspondent, their role is to send out tweets to promote our show, interacting with the audience live, and also being in charge of all GUTV social media accounts. Our social media correspondent for this show is Kelsey Morgan. Let's head on over to the Opila Tweet Suite to talk and learn more about our social media pages. Kelsey?
Yeah, we love hearing from our friends and family and especially alumni on social media. So if you don't follow us and you would like to, go ahead and search GUTV on Facebook. You can find us at GUTV Zags on Instagram and also at GUTV Zags on Twitter. Now, Twitter is our favorite here in the Tweet Suite because if you guys tweet us in at GUTV Zags, let us know what you're thinking, how we're doing. We might feature you here in the Tweet Suite. We're going to do that a little bit later, but for now, let's check in on our schedule this semester. We have 5 more shows coming up for you guys. The next one is next Saturday, October 7th, and that's Zag Family Weekend. This one is a really special one, like Karen mentioned earlier. Our friends and family get to come and sit in our positions, do what we do, and they get to put on their own live TV show. This is a perfect example. This is GUTV alum Caroline Rourke. She actually works as a local news reporter and producer at KXOY here in Spokane. Her dad got to come a few years ago and co-anchor a show with her, and she still remembers that as one of her favorite memories here at GUTV. So it's things like that that make Zag Family Weekend really one of our favorite shows and events we do here all year. After that Zag Family Weekend show, we have a show called Common Ground that's going to show us how to unite each other, or unite and come together rather than divide and see what makes us different in this time that's pretty polarizing. After that, we have a show called Jezrez, which is going to highlight a new building going on to campus. It's being built right now. This is a little shot of our executive producer and our anchors getting ready. They're shooting a promo for that show. So that one is coming up on November 8th. After that one, we're going to have a show all about social justice. We're not quite sure what that one's going to be called yet, but we're working hard on it. Spencer Martin is our EP for that one. And after that, we will have our final on December 8th. So that is your social media update here from the Tweet Suite, and I'll be back with some tweets a little bit later.
Thank you for that social media update, Kelsey. Kelsey actually was in our advanced broadcasting class the semester before and has come to help us out. So thank you so much for that. So stay tuned to hear more about our upcoming shows, and my show, Jezrez, was I'm stoked about, and you're watching the preview show on GUTV.
My mission, I think, is to help support what's elaborated in our mission statement, but this understanding of a Jesuit Catholic humanistic worldview, which I firmly believe in and is rooted in an educational process that deeply God is found in the world, and not only just in the trees and in the Spokane River and in beautiful vistas and mountains, but also in our intellectual pursuits, that the divine is rooted in biology and chemistry and in accounting and in philosophy, but also in janitorial work and in living situations like residence halls or in the Logan neighborhood or doing service, working with the homeless, lots of different populations. And that comes through a pedagogical practice that is grounded in our human experiences, but offers time for reflection so that we can understand those experiences and process them with some understanding to move forward in our action and to move out. Our mission really is to learn about the world here at the university so that we can go out and transform the world and constantly be in this dialogue with the world and with what future jobs and endeavors might be so that we can bring healing and love to that world in a full and authentic way.
Welcome back to GUTV. You're watching the preview show with Bree and Emily. So I'm sure you've all seen the construction going up for the new Jesuit building, like right across from St. Al's. GUTV is going to do a show about the new building and our Jesuit community. And Bree here is the executive producer for it. Bree, tell us about JesRes.
So I have the unique opportunity to be the EP for the JesRes show about the Jesuit residence building, or as it has been named, the Della Strada building. And it's going to house our wonderful Jesuits on campus and those in the Spokane community as well. This building is a huge upgrade from their current home and will be a place that's much more welcoming and a place they can call their own. The Jesuits do so much for our GU community, and through my show, on top of getting a first inside look at the new building and all that entails, you will get to know the Jesuits even more. JD and Sarah are going to be my hosts for this show, and the three of us put together a little preview for you. So let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Sarah Kelly.
And I'm JD Bricker.
And we're here from GUTV, and today we're here in the middle of under construction in the courtyard of the Jesuit House. On November 8th, the GUTV is going to have a whole show dedicated to the men that live here and the building itself. The EP to this show is Brianna Vasquez, and your hosts are JD and I.
What's going to be really special about this show is that we're going to be broadcasting it live. That's thanks in part to viewers like you who were able to donate money during our bracketology shows last year. So please join us for a very special broadcast. GUTV presents JesRes on November 8th. I'm JD.
And I'm Sarah Kelly.
GUTV.
Bree, that's going to be such an awesome show.
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, I know that many Zags don't really know much about the Jesuits, like including myself, because I didn't go to Catholic school like Brophy or something. Like they all know all about the Jesuits, but I don't know anything. So that's going to be really cool. You saw JD in that package about JesRes. Well, he's also our director for today's show. It's a director's responsibility to direct the show and crew in live production, control the flow of the shots and cameras, and manage the time of the show. JD is an awesome director, and I think that he does a really good job. Hey, JD! You can see JD in production control with all those screens in front of him. JD is a senior from Portland, Oregon, and is also studying broadcasting. And a fun fact about him is that one time he argued with an NBA player for an aisle seat in an airplane.
That's something JD would do, not surprised. Another fun fact, little crazy fact, is he has a tattoo of a Power Ranger on his left calf that Dan likes to call, he calls it all kinds of different things, he calls it the Teletubby, but supposedly it's not a Teletubby, it's a Power Ranger, but supposedly it's won awards in other countries. That's interesting to me. And something really different that we have got to do this semester, it's something that has never done before. We have made our very own shirts designed by one of our advanced members, Spencer Martin, and he's the mastermind behind these shirts. And this is the first time, usually all the shirts have been very similar, different colors, but this have been very special made just for our crew. So let's have Spencer tell us about that.
Hello GUTV friends, family, and alumni. My name is Spencer Martin, and I'm a senior this year in our fall advanced class, and I had the honor of designing our crew shirts. We've had some great shirts over the year, some that have been bright neon yellow you can see from space, but we really wanted something that we'd all want to wear. You can wear to ZAG games, different alumni events, and that's why this year we're selling these shirts as a fundraiser. I think they look great, we love them here, and I want to see the alumni out at ZAG games, not only representing their Gonzaga pride, but their GUTV pride. So keep track of all our social media accounts. These are going to go up for sale soon. And as always, thank you for supporting our program.
I love those shirts so much. They're really different. Spencer did a really great job on these. Look at these.
I think they're amazing.
So Spencer is also our technical director, or TD, for today. A TD answers directly to the director, plugs the show on our board, and displays all the graphics on the show.
Let's get to know Spencer a little better. He is a senior from Vancouver, Washington, and he's double majoring in not just broadcasting, but sports management as well. And an interesting fact about Spencer is that he sang in choir for 10 years.
That's so fun, but he actually couldn't do it anymore, so we're really sad in concert choir that he couldn't do it. I think he should rejoin if he can. So speaking about music, the person doing the audio, or the A1 as we call it today, is Sam Johnson. As A1, Sam does mic checks for every person, watches the mic levels to make sure they don't get too high, and chooses the music used throughout the show.
Sam was also the creator of our open that you saw at the very beginning of this show. And this open is something that you'll see at the very beginning of every show we have. So Sam, let us know what was the inspiration behind this amazing open.
Thanks, guys. When Dan came to me with the open, I decided I need to go and do a little soul searching. So I went out into the woods for about a week, and when I completely ran out of food and water, the dehydration made me start to hallucinate. And from that point, I started thinking about an open where I wanted a lot of movement and where everybody could really show their kind of personal characteristics, since we really only have 8 people in the class. And I think everybody's really proud of it. And with that, back to you two in the studio.
Yeah, you did a really good job on that. We're all really excited. It was fun to shoot it too. Coming up next, we're going to learn more about our shows and hear back from Kelsey Morgan about what our viewers are excited for on the Twitter. You're watching the preview show on GUTV.
Litter Captain, the world needs you. You know what to do.
I'm on it. You there!
Not the litter, Captain!
Don't litter, or I'll be bitter.
Go Zags! Go Zags! Go Zags!
Go Zags!
Go Zags!
Go Zags!
Go Zags!
Until next time, I'm Greg Talbot. Go Zags!
Go Zags!
Go Zags!
Welcome back to the season preview show on GUTV. I'm Kelsey Morgan in the Tweet Suite with a look at your social media updates. So a little bit earlier, our Professor Dan tweeted out a picture of him and our favorite chief engineer, Josh Boshi, wearing our brand new GUTV crew shirts. And you guys loved it. We had a lot of engagement on Twitter. Most of you guys are really excited about the new shirts, the new design this year, and Spencer did a great job designing them. And a lot of alumni are excited to buy their own. So if you're wanting to purchase one, keep an eye out on our social media. A link will be up soon. Some of you, though, were just excited about their haircuts. They're matching, and some of you are jealous about that. I can't say I say the same, though. I think I'm going to stick with mine. Earlier, I tweeted out a picture of our schedule. This year, we talked about it a little bit earlier too. We have our Zag Family Weekend show, a new Common Ground show, a Jez Res show where we're talking about the brand new building going on campus, our social justice show, and our final. And we got a lot of engagement on that too. A lot of people are excited about shows in particular. One of our favorite basketball players, I'm sure you know, Josh Perkins, tweeted in that he's excited for the Jez Res show this semester. I think he might be a little bit biased about that, executive producer, but thanks for that tweet in, Josh. And also one of our favorite bulletin writers, she's a sports writer here at GU, she wrote that she can't wait for our Common Ground show. She's actually been on a few of our shows, and she's a loyal viewer. Thanks for watching and tweeting in, Kendra. Also, one of our favorite freshman GUTV members, Ryan Meza, tweeted in that he is hashtag pumped for Zag Fam Weekend because hashtag we are family, hashtag I got all my sisters with me. Ryan, we're happy you're having fun with that, and I know, like I said earlier, we're going to have so much fun with that Zag Family Weekend show. And so if you would like to maybe be featured in our Tweet Suite next show, you can tweet us at GUTV Zags and stay up to date on our Facebook page, GUTV. Professor Dan's really good about posting updates, what we're doing, posting behind the scenes pictures. Sometimes we even do Facebook Lives. So definitely stay up to date there. And we also like to post really cool pictures on our Instagram. So follow us on all of our social media platforms. For now in the Tweet Suite, that was your social media update. I'm Kelsey Morgan.
Thanks, Kelsey. Now we're back in the studio, and I have the special opportunity to interview the one and only Professor Dan Garrity.
I never get enough time on television, so thanks.
Of course,
for inviting me.
I'm so lucky to have the opportunity to interview you. So here we are at the preview show. How has it been getting here?
I tell you what, so I've been watching in the back. I think it's important for our, if you're watching at home, this is actually a class, and this is like a test for you guys, and you're doing very, very well so far. And I got to say, I'm so excited about this semester. I was watching your Tweet Suite hits with all the shows that we're going to be doing, and it just makes me so excited inside to know about sharing your brilliance with hundreds and hundreds of viewers. Can't wait.
And behind all these shows is the minds of the EPs.
Yeah.
So today's is Haley. How did you come about choosing Haley as an EP?
Well, first of all, because I understood that we are not trying to educate people to be, monkeys for the rest of their professional careers. At GUTV and at Gonzaga in general, we're really interested in all of our graduates and alumni in assuming positions of leadership in the future. So we started this a couple of years ago, that every single show will identify one student who we believe has some great leadership potential and give them very, very real decisions to make. And I like to joke around when another member of the crew says, gosh, should we, use this video or that video? And I playfully say, gosh, I don't know, I'll ask the EP. Oh, wait, there's the EP right there. And they are really, really stepping up well, I think, and assuming, living up to that responsibility well.
And how are you looking forward to the EPs that are coming from our class?
You know, it's a small class, and it was a challenge in the off season, in the summer. Our chief engineer, Josh, and I kind of sit down, and it's almost like a little, you know, fantasy football draft or whatever. We say, okay, with this show, who should we put out there? And with this one, there were so many right answers, I think, that we could have done. But I'm very, very confident, and especially seeing what you guys are doing already. For instance, you've got the GESRES show, yes, and you're already working on it, even though we're still, you know, weeks and weeks away from that thing. Thank you.
Yes,
and,
of course. I'm super excited about it. And then, so how have the past alumni EPs been?
Oh my gosh, what's great to know, this should be really, really good for you and everybody else in the class. There's this map, here, let me get this tasteful ficus out of the way so everybody can see there. But you know, there's a red pin in every city where every one of our alumni is working right now. The white pins, by the way, represent 10. And we have another one to put up already. I just found out today, this is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, just found out today that Sam Takizawa in San Francisco got a gig with KCBS Radio. She's going to be an assistant producer for KCBS Radio. Very, very proud of her. It's fun, too, to see where the pins move around on the students' second and third jobs. We have one young man, I'm so proud of, Daniel Inserpi. Right after he graduated, he got a gig in Kalispell, Montana as a bureau kind of a reporter. Within months, they found out that he was just so special and so talented. Just like that, they made him the sports anchor in Missoula. Didn't take very, very long at all. But there's so many. I love walking down the hallway and looking at that map, and it just really, really brings a smile to my face. As we celebrate the victories,
yes,
you've heard of the Emmy Awards, right?
Yes.
Have you heard of the Streamy Awards?
I have. That is on YouTube.
Yeah. So the Streamies were just held, and we have 2 GUTV alumni who won big. Joe Beretta won for Best Live Show. What's up, Smosh Live? And then Dan Seibert won for the 2nd year in a row as Best Editor.
That's amazing.
And they were just, it seems like they were just here. But I hope that when you walk by and all the other students in the class see that, and they also see the photographs of our alumni in the past, I really hope that makes you think, hey man, that's going to be me in a very, very short period of time. I feel like as a professor, I get to cheat. I don't need to do anything extra to motivate you. All I have to do is say, man, look what our alumni are doing. This is real. The young lady who was sitting in that chair interviewing me last semester is now an MMJ working at Creme Television. What's up, Dana Marie?
And I know for me and for the other students, just seeing the pins on that wall, it's like motivation. Like, I want my pin up on the wall so people can be like, oh, that's where Bree is now.
Yep, yep, yep. The other thing I love about that is when I walk by, I say, oh, Jobin Paniker, huh? He's working for a top 4 station in Dallas, Texas. I hope that he's going to write an even bigger check this year. But I want everybody to know that we will be very, very good stewards of your money. We ask for donations all the time. Did you see this shirt? And as you mentioned earlier in this program, for the first time, I actually let one of the students design the shirt, and I'll be darned, it looks good enough that our alumni might want to wear it. So if you're watching at home and you want one of these things, I'll direct message me. Get a hold of me somehow, and we'll figure out a way to get you a shirt. They cost us $15. We're asking $25. We make $10 a shirt. Yeah, my math is, about $10 a shirt, and we do good things with it. I brought some of the things over here if we have enough time. These are gimbals for mobile phones. So it's like a Steadicam, if you know Osmo. It's something like that, a great deal less expensive.
Well, that is perfect. I'm so glad we have that. So that is all the time we have for today.
Oh, shoot!
I know that we can go on and on about this, but thank you so much for sitting down with me. Thank you tonight to GUTV. I'm Bree Vasquez, and have a wonderful night.
Woo! So this